Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Everyday English Podcast, your go-to place for learning English in a relaxed and engaging way. I'm Peter, and joining me today is my wonderful co-host, Sophia. How's it going, Sophia?
Hi, Peter. I'm doing fantastic. Looking forward to our discussion. Today's topic is all about sounding more professional and confident when you speak English.
Exactly. Whether you're leading a team meeting, making a presentation, or just chatting informally, how you phrase your words makes a huge difference. Small adjustments can instantly make you come across as more polished.
Right. And later in the episode, we'll dig into some intermediate level phrases and vocabulary. Charlotte, our vocabulary expert, will break those down so you can use them naturally in conversation.
Thanks, Sophia. I'm excited to share new words and phrases that'll help you sound more professional. Before we dive in, we also have a free PDF guide for today's show. It covers key takeaways, comprehension questions, and grammar exercises to boost your confidence. If you want a handy reference for these tips, make sure to grab it through the link in the description.
Absolutely. Downloading that guide will help you practice everything we talk about. You'll get exercises to reinforce what we cover and help you feel more at ease speaking English in any setting.
All right, Sophia, let's get started. Our first strategy is all about using proper greetings. Instead of saying, hey, or what's up in professional situations, opt for something like good morning, good afternoon, or hello, how are you today? Those small changes set a respectful, serious tone right from the start.
Yes, and if you know someone's title, it's best to use it until you've been invited to do otherwise. So rather than, hey, John, go with, good morning, Mr. Anderson. It immediately shows respect and professionalism.
Perfect. Strategy number 2, be concise. Long-winded sentences can dilute your message and make you seem uncertain. If you aim to be direct and clear, you'll automatically sound more authoritative. Let's look at a few examples.
Sure. Instead of saying, in the event that we encounter any issues, we will postpone the meeting, simply say, if we run into any issues, we'll postpone the meeting. Same idea, but much more straightforward.
Another one, rather than, for the purpose of enhancing our customer experience, we are rolling out a new training program, say, to improve customer experience, we're launching a new training program. Notice how the shorter version is easier to follow.
And one more. Instead of, due to the fact that the shipment was delayed, we had to cancel the event, say, because the shipment was delayed, we had to cancel the event. It feels crisper and more confident.
Exactly. Clear speech sounds professional. Now, strategy 3. Cut out filler words. Words like like, you know, or kind of can make you sound hesitant. Most of us don't even realize when we're inserting them.
Right. A quick trick, whenever you feel the urge to say or like, just pause for a beat instead. A brief silence feels far more confident than filling the gap with a filler word. Also, watch out for basically, actually, or technically. If they don't add real value to your sentence, leave them out.
Great tip. Next, strategy 4. Choose strong, assertive language. If you phrase something tentatively, I think this might be a good idea, you'll sound unsure. Instead say, I believe this is an excellent idea. That little tweak changes your tone completely.
Exactly. Or instead of, I was given an opportunity to lead the project, say, I seized the opportunity to lead the project. That shows you were proactive, not passive. And rather than, maybe we could try that option, go with, let's move forward with that option. It sounds much more decisive.
And one more. Instead of asking, does that make sense? You can say, please let me know if you have any questions. The first one implies you're doubting yourself, the second one invites feedback while sounding self-assured.
Yes, and instead of I hope this helps, say I'm confident this will help. That level of certainty makes you sound more credible.
On to strategy 5. Drop unnecessary disclaimers. Phrases like, this might be a silly question, or you've probably already thought of this, weaken your message. If you start with a disclaimer, it implies your idea isn't worth considering.
Exactly. Rather than, I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but maybe we could, just say, I suggest we. Own your statements fully. And instead of, this may be a dumb question, but just ask, could you clarify? Straightforward and confident.
Strategy 6. Deliver feedback constructively. Instead of, your report is terrible, try, I have a suggestion that would make this report even stronger. Or rather than, you did this wrong, say, here's one way we could improve this. Always aim to pair critique with helpful guidance.
And a good rule of thumb is to begin with something positive. For instance, I appreciate how you organized this presentation. One way to make it even more impactful is to add a few real-world examples. Feedback that starts on a high note and then offers a clear way to improve is far more encouraging.
Exactly. Feedback should empower, not discourage. Strategy 7. Ask well-phrased questions. If you sound vague, I'm not sure what you mean, you come across as unprepared. Instead, try, excuse me, may I ask a question? Or, could you elaborate on that last point?
Right. For example, instead of, can you explain that again? Say, would you mind clarifying that for me? It shows respect and a genuine desire to understand. And rather than simply, what do you mean? You could ask, could you provide more details on that? That demonstrates focus and engagement.
Strategy 8, our final one, close conversations professionally. Rather than a quick, okay, bye, aim for something like, thank you for your time. Let me know if you have any questions. Or if you promise follow-up, specify a timeline. I'll send that report by Friday afternoon.
Yes, setting clear next steps shows commitment and leaves a positive impression. You might also say, I appreciate the opportunity to discuss this. Please feel free to reach out if you need anything else. It's polite, confident, and leaves the door open for future dialogue.
Those 8 strategies, proper greetings, being concise, cutting fillers, using assertive language, removing disclaimers, giving constructive feedback, asking clear questions, and closing professionally will instantly elevate your English.
Absolutely. And now let's turn to Charlotte's vocabulary section, where she'll break down some of the newer words and phrases we introduced. Charlotte, over to you.
Hi everyone! Time for today's vocabulary breakdown. We covered a lot of ground on sounding more polished, so let's highlight some key terms. Concise. Using as few words as necessary to convey your message clearly. For instance, if it rains, we'll postpone the meeting is more concise than, in the event that it rains, we will postpone the meeting. Filler words. Words or sounds like like, and you know, that don't add meaning and often show uncertainty. Replacing them with a brief silence makes you sound more confident. Assertive. Speaking in a way that is confident and direct without being aggressive. Saying, let's move forward with this approach, is assertive, compared to, maybe we could try this. Disclaimers. Phrases that undercut your message, such as, this may be a silly question. Dropping those makes you sound more self-assured. Constructive feedback. Offering suggestions that help someone improve, rather than just pointing out faults. An example is, one way to strengthen this section is to add more data, instead of, this section is weak. Elaborate, to explain something in more detail. Instead of asking, "What do you mean?" you can say, "Could you elaborate on that point?" Positive note, starting your feedback or statement with something encouraging or complimentary. For example, "I really like how you organized this report, and here's one way to make it more impactful." Next steps, clear actions that will happen after the conversation, such as, "I'll send the updated proposal by Friday." Specifying next steps shows reliability. That's it for today's vocabulary. Try weaving these words into your conversations over the next few days to make them stick. Good luck!
Thanks, Charlotte. That was incredibly useful. Those terms are key for anyone aiming to sound more professional.
Indeed. Remember, if you want to revisit these strategies, grab our free PDF guide from the link in the description. It includes exercises and practice questions tied to today's episode.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Everyday English, share it with others, and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us keep creating content tailored to your needs.
Most importantly, keep practicing. Use these tips in your next conversation and watch how quickly your confidence grows.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time on the Everyday English podcast. Until then, stay polished and keep learning.
Bye for now.